Greetings, River Lady here, and it's August, and that means it's time to feed our Macrophylla Hydrangeas, those broadleaf, mophead, and lace-cap plants that have graced our gardens with their beautiful blooms. Now need to be fed so that they can set their buds for the future blooming season, which will be next summer. So let's get started. By now you've put your pruning shears away, and if you haven't, I'm going to give you a few more days to deadhead your plants or trim them up a little. If you come in close, you can see where I've already deadheaded this plant. You can see my cut right there. And I have a few other locations where I have cut off the spent blossoms. Now that she's been deadheaded, it's time to give her a blast of food. The plant food I use this time of year is Espoma's Flower Tone. I like it because it's an extended release plant food, which means unlike Miracle-Gro, which if you follow my videos, you know I love Miracle-Gro plant food. It's water soluble. I don't have to worry about overfeeding my plants. However, this time of year when we are encouraging our plants to set their buds for future blooming season, we need to give them a little extra boost, and we need the plant food to stay in the soil a little longer. And that's why we want an extended release plant food. There are a variety of extended release plant foods on the market, but I like Flower Tone, and I like it because the ratio of nitrogen, let me see if I can flatten this for you to be able to see. The ratio of nitrogen to phosphate to potash, which is potassium, is a 3 to 4 to 5. That's important for feeding your hydrangeas this time of year. You want the middle number to be slightly higher than the nitrogen. Nitrogen is what gives your plants their green color. Phosphorus is what helps blooms get produced. And potash, which is potassium, helps the plant with its immune system. So all three nutrients are vital, but the ratio is used to direct your plant to do different things. This time of year, we want to direct our plant to produce buds, so we want a slightly higher middle number. Spreading Flower Tone is very easy. I like the fact that you don't have to work it into the soil. According to the package, you can just sprinkle it around your plant under the drip line as if you were adding salt and pepper to your food, which is a lovely way of saying just sprinkle it on top of the dirt. For a plant this size, which is my little Tuxedo, he's going to take 1/4 cup of food, and as per the package directions, I'm going to sprinkle it under the drip line. But the first thing that I'm going to do, because I add a layer of mulch around my hydrangeas, is I'm going to clear away the mulch so that I can get the food directly on the soil. My tools are a measuring cup, my glass jar, and the lid that I've poked holes in to create a salt and pepper shaker. And what I'm going to do is just measure a 1/4 cup. I'm using a 1/2 cup measurer. And I should say at this point that if it's a windy day, you can probably see that dust coming off. You do want to wear a mask and goggles. You always want to wear gloves because plant food can irritate your skin, and if you inhale it and it gets in your eyes, it can cause irritation. It's not going to kill you, it's just not fun. And now I'm going to shake it around the plant as if I'm seasoning a fine meal. Notice I'm staying underneath the drip line. I'm not coming close to the stem of the plant, and I'm just going to go around the plant. If you get any plant food on the leaves, just wipe it off. Espoma states on their packages that their plant foods don't burn the leaves. You still want to wipe it off because some burning can occur. Once you're done sprinkling around your plant, you want to just put your mulch back into position, which helps to protect the food. And the last step is a thorough watering. I like to water my plants a tiny bit before I use an extended release plant food. So I've already gone and given this plant a little bit of a watering, but now we want to do a thorough watering to saturate that plant food and get it filtering through the dirt. Just want to go around the plant at that drip line and water the plant food in. Some extended release plant foods that you can get, and there are many on the market, you actually have to dig into the soil, which is another reason why I just love this plant food. It's super easy to use, it's organic, it feeds the plants beautifully, it has a great ratio of nutrients, and I have good success with it. And now it's time to move on. I'll leave you with a view of my Panicle Hydrangea. These also need to be fed this time of year. We're not worried about them setting buds for next year because they bloom on new wood, but they do need to be fed. So I will also give this hydrangea some food. I'll use a cup of the flower tone, and that will help her continue to bloom through to the end of the blooming season. That's it for feeding your Macrophylla Hydrangeas during the month of August. I appreciate you watching my videos. Any questions, please post them in the comments. I love answering your questions. I'm learning as I'm helping you learn. Happy gardening!